The rolling menu.
Mouse wheel.
Wow,
Wheel mouse. Jäger Mittwoch.
Hey guys, welcome to D10. The end ceremony. There's still another 10 minutes yet. I'm just going to go and line up. Get a front row seat. Just wait for Outlive to come in and then we'll go and line up together. Outlive? Let's go. I can't hear you on local. You need to turn your acre on.
Hello, Slee.
Turn your acre on. Let's go.
Slee.
Hello, I can hear you.
Rainbow said he doesn't trust me anymore.
With what?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll do.
D-Dog.
Kimbo.
Wait, mate. Subject.
Kimbone.
Yep.
Got squad.
Copy. Load up on the vehicle.
Is this?
Yep.
Is this it
Slee,
for
you'll be
blood?
driving.
Very well. I will take the wheel.
Spot up.
Why doesn't Kimbo trust me anymore?
Slee.
Yes.
And Outlive, check your inventory. You don't have any lethals or anything, right?
Nope.
Ooh, a paper map that could cut you up.
Also check your inventories. Lethals if you
I got cable ties, earplugs, and the free for free.
Good.
Should we just go on channel 2?
Yeah.
You can board up, Count.
Looking dapper, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Come sit next to me.
I don't want to set up with me.
Any slot except driver. I'm driving.
Quick, be right back.
Get on the truck.
Hey,
Sorry,
Get your
Perkins.
colour, Merrick. You're blue.
You alright, Sab?
I feel betrayed.
It was completely random.
I know.
I've been told that there are no 113s on this mission. Because of what I believe them to be the cause of my missing issue.
Is it okay now?
Right,
Guys, just let me know when you've got all your peeps.
2 more to go.
just got 2 left, Stab.
Roger that, mate. We're not in any. We've got time. We've got time.
All but one recruit, mate. Accounting for.
Cheers, buddy.
Over here, Bam Bam.
Did I quickly switch spots and confuse
There you are. No.
No witches tonight.
Nah, he's out the country.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that mission 1, no problem. Mission 2, no problem.
Evening, Tara.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you won't if you are.
At least we didn't have to worry about the backpack and stuff.
I know that's gonna end well.
Indeed.
I was kind of wondering why I couldn't interact with the vehicle, but
Right, guys, 5 minutes before move. Who's this lonely, lonely person over there?
Just having some trouble getting on, I think.
Sam's, I've got all of Cutlass now. Do you want me to move out? Or...
You might need to go
No,
get
just keep them
Vampire
all together, mate.
from
Just
the,
be a bit neater that way.
I always have to wait like 2 or 3 minutes, even on ops.
Oh, here he is.
Depends. When there are a lot of people trying to connect, I might have to wait 20-30 seconds.
Afi!
Templar. Is this
Oh,
played?
yeah, jump in, Temp.
Hey, Chris.
Okay, guys, just go through your inventory and just double check that you've not got any grenades or any sort of weapons of any sort for me, please. Just give me a shout when you found out.
Serious, you got your packs right?
Yep, got it.
Good.
Kimbo, where you hiding?
Fit 2 packs in your fucking uniform.
Head north.
Dobby.
Ping sounds terrible. Ping sounds terrible. Sounded to me.
I like
fine to
dog
me.
tags.
Sounds fine. Really? Oh crap! He's breaking up for me.
Over here, Effie.
Where? Who's there?
Nope. Got 17.
Yeah, this is Blade.
Yeah, jump on the truck. Effie, the truck here that you're standing on. It's us.
No, I can't understand it.
Effie, make sure you've got no weapons or any grenades in your inventory.
Yeah, no weapons, no grenades.
No, I wanted to be with the cool guys.
Right, guys. When we get out the truck, we're going to be using scroll wheel. Make sure we don't use any like.
Hey, Dozer.
Who's driving?
Yeah, I don't trust you anymore, Outlive. Yeah, and then once the truck stops, it's a column walk to the seating area. You'll follow me, and then you'll sit down on the same row as myself. How copy?
Oh shit. Solid copy.
Big time fall.
Solid.
Lads, for tonight, just take a seat where there's a gap. But I might ask if there's any disconnects, if one of you could just run down in the Jeep and get them and bring them back up to the little area.
Cool guys,
Thank you.
Look how far it is.
Even at the awards ceremony, kind of support.
Absolutely. You're my admin bitches. Like, when are you going to learn this?
I've already learned it.
D-Dog.
Somebody's like, we got I'm
Yes.
I'm on it.
Do you have Zezek on anything else other than Steam?
Steps ahead.
No, just Steam.
Putting that
Roger.
things on the shelf real nice.
Hey, what's the point in having a little team that runs with me if I can't use and abuse?
Oh my.
Okay, bro.
Yo.
Zizek's been AFK for a good 1.5 hours. I must just put that out there.
Yeah, roger that.
At least my previous time in RG got me used to the abuse.
I'll check him on Discord.
You've been molded. You've been
Yeah.
molded by
I'm
it.
kicking ass.
Lads, we'll just wait for these last couple of disconnects to reconnect, and then as soon as everyone will get going.
D-Dog?
Yes?
You got someone in his boxes,
He's
mate.
still
Might be a
trying to load that one.
Yes.
good idea for getting to load back up.
Yeah, no worries.
That's broken.
Do we actually have to do anything after we have the speech and awards for Vegas?
They'll at the end.
And the picture.
Outlive, stop bitching, man.
He's already.
Guys, if you want to go and grab
Unloaded.
yourself a drink, I'd do it now.
That's I think just AI now.
Outlive, have you noticed that we're just holding our massive invisible dongs in our hands?
Yes.
What?
I'm actually holding my dog.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the unarmed animation in the back isn't very flattering.
I need to see this. Bunch of wankers anyway.
Wasn't very nice, was it?
Well,
See how
have
good
you met me
sounds?
before?
Our inspiring leader.
I'll go grab that drink, Kimbo.
That's me.
Is that fixed?
Well, lads, if there's any
Yeah.
more emergency boxer short situations, we should have that should have a Christ down on the other end, so don't worry too much.
Emergency boxer short. Sounds like
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, it does.
Well, you never know.
Stab, am I good to roll my guys out?
Yes, mate.
No worries. I'll see you over there.
Ready?
Welcome back.
Alright, let's mount up. Let's get ready to move.
Roger, he's got disconnected our last one.
Hopefully that doesn't keep
Sure
happening.
you there
that
still?
only happens on the training server
Naturally.
for me.
What's it say?
As soon as first Vic pulls out,
Yeah, signature.
Random arma
we'll
file.
jump in behind him.
When he gives me a seat.
Should have passenger left, passenger right. You in?
No, can't. It's not giving me the option.
Alright, try now. Try getting driver. There we go. That's just me
Oh,
being
we
sneaky
can't.
wanting a driver. That wasn't.
Oh, I cannot. I think.
There you go.
Thank you for joining me, Callum.
You have to get in the driver's seat and then
Right, I think we're going then.
Follow it. Yeah, follow that truck.
I just think I messed up.
No, I didn't.
Come on, go that slowly.
I always get such an uneasy feeling when driving in a convoy on this
Right,
game.
remember boys, scroll wheel, please.
What? You're terrified of a little IED?
I feel like there's bigger problems than IEDs.
Nah, we're pretty good, mate. You're fine with the convoys and stuff. Famous last words.
Yeah.
That's just Shlee. He's been with RG longest in Blade, so.
No, you didn't see what happens.
What's that?
Vegid got run over.
Is there somebody running behind the convoy there?
Yeah.
Dave,
the top
Timbo?
speed on these, oh my word.
Dave, have you got all your guys? Somebody's running behind the convoy. Oh, nice one. I'll jump off your net. Sorry about that, mate. Oh, what a bitch. Right, guys, let's let the other vehicles form up.
Yo, why are you saying he killed me?
Okay, you guys
Right,
can
scroll wheel to get out.
I just like to step up.
4, stop moving so I can see.
There's a column behind me.
On you, Kimbo.
6, who we left?
Roger that.
Yeah, Jim's not
Oh,
on yet,
Jim's
so.
not in yet. Okay, right. Follow him on me.
Commandant.
Commandant.
Nice walkout, guys.
We're taking your room, Callum.
Guys, when our squad's called up for awards, just stand up, walk forward, and face the desk and the flags.
You do realize virtually everyone is on this channel, right?
Well, if they are, it's their problem.
Oh, well, they all know now.
Say what?
I bloody love deployment ceremonies. I live for them, you know.
Well, that's
It's my 10th ceremony. It just gets better every time.
Caesar,
Hello?
mind taking the left seat? You're first on the way.
Wait, how does this work?
Ice interact.
Make sure you hit sit down and not carry.
Alright, how are we looking?
How do you choose that?
One more man waiting to sit down.
Merrick, walk round to the front and Ice interact with the chair.
Well, you got that one for already.
Yeah, how many do you need?
Give me 2, please.
I'm gonna have to put them on the floor, you don't have a backpack.
Yeah, that's fine. Boss, just give me
I can't get in a
2 minutes, just gonna organise getting the reconnects
no
picked up.
any of them.
Roger.
Ace interaction?
Use the Windows key on the seat.
Where you at? Over.
Right.
Grab one of them, dude.
Okay.
Right, if you want to cut away and just pick up whoever's just connected.
Okay.
I think AHM, one more maybe. Just let me know when you've got.
He's still loading, he's not shown on the squad yet. He's on
No rush, gentlemen. You know when you're ready, Stubbs. Lead Lieutenant.
Roger that. Go take the Jeep, dude. We got anyone waiting there,
Riot, he's about to be kicked in 30 seconds. Sean will be there.
We might as well kick it off, boss. Everyone's here, or will be here very shortly.
Alright, let's get this started then. Thank you very much, Stubbs. Alright, good evening, Task Force RG. Welcome to the Deployment 10 ceremony. It's a pleasure to be standing here in front of you this evening. As you know, the ceremonies here at RG are an important part of the community, the culture and the legacy. And I really thank everyone for coming out and in attendance this evening. The way you came in there, gentlemen, and took your seating, no fucking around, no fussing, just really shows how sharpening up all you guys are coming along very, very nicely. Going to go a little bit off script here, but at the beginning of the year, things weren't looking too bright for the community. We were coming into this year with a few developers handing their resignations after several years of long-term service at RG, people that were integral in the mod packs, mission development, mission scheduling, and a number of other things. In the last 4 months or so, we've been working hard in the background. Your leaders have really been stepping forward, picking up the pieces, so to speak, picking up where others left off. Just going to apologise if my voice is a bit husky tonight, guys. I'm just nursing a bit of a man flu, so forgive my coughing or anything during the speech. But just really wanted to comment on that and say that it wasn't really looking good. I think in February it was one of the only months in several years we were actually coming in below our donation targets, and that's always a reflection that the community isn't doing too good. Numbers weren't looking good. A number of things weren't going too well. But I want to say all that really has been turned around on the eve of this monumental deployment. I know a lot of you have enjoyed it. I'd like to, as I've said, welcome you all to what is, from this point onwards, the official Deployment 10 ceremony for Vietnam, a landmark deployment for the community. We always had and tried to create a highly skilled international task force here that responds to conflicts all over the world. You guys are highly motivated. You're dedicated, you're organised, you turn up every Sunday. The generations of Gambler, Talon, Vegas, High Roller and the RG Task Force before you have been deployed to the jungles of Africa, Italy, Greece, Arctic, during Arctic Wolf, which a lot of you remember. We've been to the scorching deserts of Pakistan, through Iran, Iraq, Operation Desert Storm, Black Hawk Down, you name it. We've done a number of operations throughout the time of RG. And we really have set new trends and a new precedent here by going back in time and throwing the task force really headfirst into a whole new era. And that era was the Vietnam era, a time when the weapon systems weren't as sophisticated, but we've really had to stick together in terms of what we're doing. So, bravo. I just want to say, guys, I've seen reality gaming grow and develop to one of the largest well-established communities, and I can see that trend continuing with the beginning of this year, with the success of the numbers picking up. And as I've said, with new people coming into new roles, answering new challenges, and really just stepping into what is RG needs to keep it functioning. And I am almost amazed and stunned at how well the transition took place and how people really just picked up the sword, so to speak, and continued the good fight here at RG. So big pat on the back to everyone stepping into development staff roles and really coming into their own within the command sections or the leadership roles of the community, which is what happens every Sunday when you see people organising everything from top to bottom. So big pat on the back there. Like all big organisations, we rely on our members to keep us on track. So I'd like to thank all of you really, from our new recruits right up to the senior staff, and just say to you all that I don't know what we'd do without the big group of talented, resourceful people we have here, turning up every week with their selfless sacrifices, just to make RG function and to keep the spirit of the task force alive. So thank you to everyone. I do salute you all in terms of what you do here every week. I wish I could be more of a part of it. I'm hoping to be more of a part of it in the future and keep up my Sunday attendance as I have been and really document everything you guys do. So without further ado, I'm just going to talk about the schedule for this evening. So this evening, gents, we're going to be obviously loading into the server, which you've already done, moving to our ceremony start area where we are. You've just had my welcome presentation, which is welcoming you all to this evening's event, and the introduction to the post-deployment ceremony agenda. This is what I'm doing right now. After that, we'll be going on to the commander's final post-deployment address, which will be Lieutenant Stabcon just saying a few words. You know he's not a man of many words. I'm sure he's going to keep it very straight to the point. He doesn't stand on ceremony very much. We all know that about Stabs, but I'm sure whatever he will say will come from the heart and will reflect what he thinks about RG in its current time and how deployment went in his eyes. So we'll have that from Stabcon in a moment. We'll then be moving on to the awards and the words in order of the commander, Stabcon. I'll be awarding Stabcon. We'll then be doing the officers and the section merits. Stabs and Wilhelm will be issuing all the awards for Gambler and all of the Gambler section leaders, as well as the section leaders of Talon and Vegas. Stabcon will also then be announcing the deployment champion. We'll be having some small words from each squad leader. Now, I just want to say, there's been a few people contact me about this, guys. This is fairly optional, but I would like each one of you from Arrowblade, Cutlass, Dust sections to stand up front and center and just say a couple of words to your section. As I said, from the heart, nothing scripted if you haven't got it. But just thank your team and maybe something that you've noticed that happened during the actual deployment that you want to mention, maybe a funny story. But if not, if you're not comfortable speaking in front of everybody, don't worry. Just come forward, say a few words, salute, and back to your seat. There's no pressure there at all. We'll be talking about the Deployment Champions Prize, which I'll cover after that. Hopefully, we'll be having some kind of Talon aerial display or salute, depending on who's available and who's here. And then we'll be moving on to section photos. And what we'll do this time is just one big, nice group Vietnam shot like we got before. We'll give everyone a chance to get the picture if they've got a nice computer or some high-definition graphic. Excuse me. And then we'll be moving on to the final words from myself, which will just wrap up the evening, which is going to be very, very short. So thanks to everybody. I'll hand you over now to Stabcon. If you could please step forward and give your commander's final post-deployment address to the task force. Thank you.
Cheers, boss. Right. Cheers all for coming tonight. As the boss man says there, I'm a man of few words. I was going to stand around and type up a speech that would last for about half an hour, but that would be incredibly fake and that wouldn't be me. And would probably be a load of crap as well, to be honest. So I decided against that. So you're just going to have to listen to me waffle on for a couple of minutes. It might bounce around a little bit, but hey ho, why not? So yeah, echoing a few points what Andrew said there at the start of the year was looking a bit dodgy. When Will first said that the deployment was going to be Vietnam. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty nervous. We were going through some big changes. There was lots of new people coming through. Training wasn't as good as it could have been, and yeah, it was a bit of a nerve-wracking time. But fortunately, there's plenty of people here that were determined to make sure RG succeeded in every aspect. And coming into deployment as well, that so much effort was put into training and preparation and make sure it's got it right. There's more names than I can count, really, to ensure that it was all above board and good. Unfortunately, it paid off, and here we are now at the end of like a cracking deployment where the difficulty was ramped up immensely, not just in terms of AI difficulty and stuff like that, but like individual challenges. We stripped away all the modern gear. map reading and communications and stuff became a huge key element to it to make sure it was successful. And I think if people hadn't have dedicated as much time to learning that stuff as they did behind the scenes and during training, then I'm not afraid to say it would have been a failure. But again, it wasn't. I think it was a very successful deployment, and the skills that people have picked up doing this by stripping away some of the modern gear, we can take forward and make our regular operations even better. So I think I'm in a very privileged position now to lead you guys or to lead the community forward for the time being. And it's been really cool to see people kind of come up through and really start to outshine their former selves just by being thrust into the limelight a little bit. So I want to thank you all for your time and efforts over the past 4 or 5 weeks and way before that as well, because if it wasn't for you guys, every single one of you sat here now, it wouldn't be worth all the work that goes on behind the scenes, and we wouldn't be here now. So yeah, thanks to you guys for making it worthwhile turning up every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you. That's
Thank
it
you,
from
sir.
us.
Very well said, my friend. I'm sure you'd all agree that pretty much hit the nail on the head. And without kind of further ado, Stabs, can I just ask you to step forward front and centre, please, sir? All right, Stabcon. All right, just a couple of words for myself. I'd just like to say I've really seen Stabs rise up through the ranks as an RG homegrown individual. I think that, like everyone, you really have to be thrown into situations sometimes to realise your full potential. I think you've really stepped up to the challenge of taking the task force through the deployment, giving them the direction they need, the guidance they need, kind of being their big brother, as well as a father figure to some of the lads that look up to you in all sorts of different, strange, peculiar ways, but we won't go into that. But all jokes aside, you've really helped bond these sections together. I don't think I've seen relations between the sections as strong as they have been for a very long time. I know you've got a very strong relationship and good work ethic with Vega's section. I know that Talon respect you and have the confidence in you to lead the task force and to give them the targets and the acquisition that they require, as well as keeping them on their toes from time to time. I know that you've got the respect and the leadership of your section here at Gambler and the entire platoon, which has been well earned from scraping your way up and dealing with all sorts of bullshit, including seeing close friends and colleagues within the task force perhaps treated in ways you didn't find acceptable. But like all good leaders, rather than bureaucracy and throwing your toys out the pram, you've stuck through it. You've waited until the time is right, and then you've been awarded, rightfully so, the command of the task force and taken the lads through what is really a solid deployment with good attendance and very minimal, if any, technical problems. So that is a true achievement, my friend. So congratulations. On behalf of Command and Control and HQ, I would like to, on that basis, award you the Command and Control Combat Commendation, which is for your action and command in Vietnam, for your exceptional communication on the comms in coordinating Gambler and all the sections on those 3 missions. I'd like to award you the Signals Ribbon. I'm going to be awarding yourself and Wilhelm as a joint ribbon the Bronze Unit Citation for Platoon Command. That's for always being there on the battlefield, right by Gambler, giving close orders when necessary and keeping the guys on track. I actually overheard something on the last mission where Stabcon turned up in a jeep, and his presence on the battlefield alone with one of the individual sections meant that they felt they could deal with anything. So that in itself is, well, it just speaks volumes, gentlemen. So Bronze Unit Citation for you, sir. And obviously your Deployment 10 merits, which is the Deployment 10 Vietnam merit, which is the merit for your exceptional service during the 3 missions, and the Jungle Warfare ribbon for your attendance during training and the deployment missions themselves. So congratulations, Lieutenant Stabcon. I'm hoping to see a lot more of you in the future. As I've said, any good officer, junior or otherwise, HQ's always got his eyes on to pin some brass on you, sir, and make you a heavy-headed, weighted man, and strip you of all your friendships and everybody, and make you lonely at the top with me. So we'll be looking at that down the line. But until that day comes, which I hope is down the line, and you keep on running the task force, I salute you, Stabs, and congratulations, my friend.
Cheers, boss.
There we are. And gentlemen, I'm going to now hand you over to Lieutenant Stabcon and Sergeant Wilhelm, who are going to conduct the rest of the ceremony and allocate the remainder of the ribbons. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Andrew. Alright, so can we start off with Vegas, please? Front and center, please, gentlemen. I'll start off with Staff Sergeant Caesar. Due to, well, I've known Caesar for a bloody long time now, and he's helped me immensely in the background leading this task force. So, but for your actions during deployment, I would like to award you the Command and Control ribbon for your steadfast leadership and dedication to the role going throughout this deployment and beforehand. You're also awarded the D10 Vietnam Merit for your individual skill on the battlefield and basically being a kick-ass leader for Vegas throughout all kinds of different things. You're also awarded the Jungle Warfare ribbon and the Vietnam Attendance ribbon. So congratulations to you, mate. Thank you for generally always being there. And I'm going to hand it over to yourself so you can dish out your awards to your boys.
No worries, boss. It's been an honour to serve.
Cheers, mate.
Right, so I like to keep it short and sweet during these kind of ceremonies, everyone knows that. First of all, I'd like to announce 2 promotions to some guys who have been cracking away and grinding away for the last 7-8 months and the recent deployment. I'm happy to promote Bone and Sam from their specialist ranks to full-time members of Vegas under the corporal rank. As I said, they've fully earned it. They've smashed all their targets and they're settling really well into their roles. Still be the new guys to Vegas, but they're permanent members of Vegas now.
Congrats.
Moving on from that, I'd like to award every member in Vegas, so that's Shep, Loctor, Riot, Gore, Bone, Sam and Chris, the Jungle Warfare ribbons, basically for your performances in the jungle across all 4 missions of Vietnam, and the D10 attendance ribbon for attending all of these missions. For our performances on Mission 2 in the Firebase Willard, until we were relieved by Gambler and with the assistance of Talon Heavy Artillery, I'm awarding you the Hold Firm Award for holding the base with only 1 casualty and not once giving up or letting that base into enemy hands since it was initially lost. And one final individual award to Sam. I'm awarding the Signals Award for fantastic comms across the entire task force, whether it comes down to just person-to-person comms, coordinating artillery, calling in helicopters, coordinating with Talon on napalm, on smoke grenades. He's took on the role a few months ago and absolutely smashed it to where he's one of the best radio operators in the task force. Thanks for all your work during Vietnam, guys. It was a fantastic deployment. Probably one of our best when it comes to our own performances, and looking forward to future ones. Thank you very much, boys.
Well done, Vegas.
Cheers, guys. Well done, guys. Alright, next, do we have Jammer and any of Talon up here as well? Now you guys are a bit low on numbers tonight. Right, so Staff Sergeant Jammer, not always seeing eye to eye on a lot of things, I think it's safe to admit. However, it's quite clear we've put any of those differences well behind us now, and it turned into a cracking deployment with Talon constantly backing up all of Gambler on multiple occasions, and it really wouldn't have been functional if you guys didn't help us out. pretty much every mission and in trainings as well. So, Jammer, for your efforts through deployment, I'm awarding you the Talon Service Award for your general organisation of Talon throughout deployment. Even when you couldn't be there, I know you were in the background making sure people were showing up and being on top of training. I also award you the Command Service Merit for your organisational skills during the missions that you were here, and making sure that the limited assets and pilots that you had were put to extremely good use throughout. You're also awarded the Transport Ribbon, Logistics Ribbon, and the Vietnam Attendance. So thank you very much for that effort there. And as a whole, I'm awarding Talon the Bronze Unit Citation for stopping Gambler units from being overrun on multiple occasions, particularly in Mission 4, where if it wasn't for your pilots getting down and dirty with stuff, then multiple Gambler locations would have been overrun without a shadow of a doubt. So thank you to you, Jammer, and thank you to all of Talon as well on Gambler's behalf. Cheers very much, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Well done, Talon. Jammer, would you like to say a couple of words on behalf of Talon, very quickly?
Yeah, sure, I can improvise. So, everyone knows that we have been struggling in the past couple of weeks and months with the numbers we have. And I just wanted to thank the core people who always make sure they are there in operations and most of the trainings for being there. Without their hard work and effort, there wouldn't be an Air Force for Archie by now. We intend to turn around the numbers thing a bit in the future, and I am just glad that I have those couple of people whom I can rely on. And I also want to congratulate to everyone in Archie for a successful deployment and the awesome sense of community you guys create with your presence. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jammer. Can I just add before you close to the people that aren't here, Stahl, Pete, Pedro, Bilbo. I know Bilbo is having some graphic issues as well. So just to mention those fellas, I know they wish they could be here, and I know you were mentioning them in your speech, but thanks to those guys as well. Thank you.
Thank you, boss. So, Technical Sergeant Wedged, for your attendance in the Vietnam deployment, you're getting the D10 Vietnam Merit and the Jungle Warfare Ribbon. For your exemplary service during the deployment in several roles, be that CAS, Command, and Transport Logistics, you are hereby named as Talon Man of Deployment. And you're also getting a Logistics Ribbon for the transport operations you provided, and the Signals Ribbon for successful command of Talon during some of the missions. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Well deserved, Pedro.
In their absence, I'd like to award Pete, Bilbo, and Nash with also with the D10 Vietnam Merit and the Jungle Warfare ribbons, and the logistics ribbons for successful transport and logistics operations. Furthermore, Nash is getting a logistics ribbon as well, and a transport ribbon for alone standing there sometimes and providing the bulk of the transport operations we provide you guys. And one more individual award for Bilbo, the support merit for a very effective artillery fire on Mission 2. And that's the end of the list.
Thank you, Jam.
Cheers, Jam. Alright, so that's the end of the section, so we'll get on to Gambler now. Can I get all NCOs front and centre, please? Squad leaders and 2 ICs, that is. Just in case you don't know what an NCO is, Gimbo.
What?
A leadership purge. I love it.
Draw your pistol, Caesar.
Uh-oh.
Right. For the rest of the Gambler, this is how you don't make a line, but we'll get on with it. Anyway, right guys, this truly has been your deployment, so to speak. I might have been the head, Wilhelm might have been the creator, but you guys definitely been the backbone of the infantry element there. If it wasn't for your efforts and dedication throughout the past few weeks and the build up to it, it wouldn't have been as successful as it was. So I might pass on the ideas to you, but you certainly all make it happen. Because of that, we have a ton of awards to give out. All NCOs will be getting the NCO award for embracing the challenge of the deployment and basically excelling in your roles every time, without a shadow of a doubt. So, all of you get the NCO award. All squad leaders are being awarded the D10 merit for leading your squads under quite challenging conditions, out of your normal comfort zone, and a couple of you have been kind of thrust into the position as well. So you never complained, you never faltered with what you were doing, so squad leaders will be getting the D10 merit. You were all also awarded the Jungle Warfare and D10 attendance ribbons. Gambler Distinguished Service ribbons will be going to Anto, Kimbo, D-Dog, Callum and Davia, with Combat Infantry awards going to Sobchak and Refurious. Let me just check. Didn't miss anything else off the list. We also have Signals Award going to Anto, Kimbo, D-Dog and Dave. I honestly can't express how much you guys have impressed me over the past few weeks. You've been rock solid, and I do doff my cap to all of you. Thank you very much for your dedication and resolve to this community. It really is stand out, and quite proud to be leading you and your squads. So thank you very much, gents. It really has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Right, sit down. So many lists here, I do apologise. Right, next up we have 3-0. Where are you boys at? Right guys, so for those of you who don't know, quite new to it, 3-0 is quite a newly formed part of Platoon Command, with various roles that can change throughout missions and within missions. And I think this deployment's really shown what they can do and what they can achieve when introduced to different challenges that they face. Because of that, Obi, you will be getting the D10 merit for basically spearheading what is, essentially a new role and embracing the challenges that come with it. And you proved yourself time and time again, assisting various squads, helping to organise defence of the crashed helo in particular, and there's many other standout events as well. So D10 merit goes to you, sir. You'll both receive the transport and logistics ribbons. That's for ferrying reinserts, getting supplies out to people, and generally being on hand for any kind of inter-platoon logistics that are needed. You guys have always been there. On nomination of Jammer, you're also receiving the support merit for the cash you supplied in the Chinook on Mission 4. It's well out of your comfort zone, yet you both essentially rocked it. So thank you very much to you guys for that, and thanks for Jammer for the nomination on that one. On top of that, you both received the Jungle Warfare and D10 attendance ribbons. And that is it. So thank you very much, gents.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, boss.
Alright, now I am going to hand over to Wilhelm because my voice is starting to go, and he's going to run through the squads. Thank you, guys.
Right, if I could have our front and centre, please.
Don't want to move at once, Arrow.
Did you?
I was about to say.
Didn't he say arrow? You said
Yeah, I heard A front and centre.
Yeah, could I have arrow front and centre, please? Yeah, it's an alright line. It'll do. Right, so let me know if I suddenly drop out. So for all of you guys are getting all the D10 attendance and the jungle warfare ribbon. And then, oh, 1 second. Of particular mention, Sirius. Due to mostly your medical expertise, treating casualties, usually most of Gambler, as well as your own squad, you'll be getting both the D10 Merit and Veteran Medical Ribbon. Hello Guy, you'll be getting the Medal of Valor, which is partly for just the amount of times that you've pushed forward out into the open to give yourself, or to put yourself completely in harm's way, so you can put enough cover up to get the squad out of harm's way. And in particular during Mission 4, when one of the M113s was completely knocked out, unable to move, you rushed ahead in possibly the view of about 20 enemy and repaired it and allowed everyone to get to safety. Let me just check and see if there are any others. For the defense of Kaysan, you'll be receiving, the whole squad will be receiving the Hold Firm Award, and you'll also be receiving the General Unit Citation just generally for the stellar work that you've been doing during D10. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, boys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Hit the sit button. I hope I don't do that.
Right, you guys know how letters work. Blade, if you could come up, please.
Not the recruit, right?
I think just join the line. Right.
Is the recruit supposed to join?
Do you want to come up anyway?
Yeah, come on, Templar.
You were here last mission.
Yeah. Right. Once again, you're all receiving the Jungle Warfare and the D10 Attendance Ribbon. For the defense of Kaysan, you'll also all be receiving the Hold Firm Ribbon and the General Unit Citation, just generally for the amount of effort that you guys have put in. Of particular note, Widgetal.
He's not here today.
Well, he'll be getting the D10 Merit. And Schlee, you will be getting the Distinguished Service Ribbon.
Thank you.
As well as that, let me see, Affy and Templar, I believe that you two will also be getting the Jungle Warfare Ribbon, just for the amount of stuff that you put in during, even just the short time that you were here for D10. Thank you very much, guys. Congrats, boys.
Cheers.
Cutlass, front and centre, please. Right, so Cutlass, again, you'll be receiving the Jungle Warfare and D10 Attendance Ribbon as a squad. You will also be receiving the Hold Firm Ribbon for your defense of Kaysan, and the General Unit Citation for overall the hard work that you guys put in. I do want to stress that you guys have certainly put in a huge amount of hard work. Some of the enemies that were throwing at you were completely ridiculous, as with all of Gambler, to be fair. Of particular note, William, you'll be receiving the D10 Merit, despite your name-stealing tendencies. You've shown enthusiasm and professionalism, and despite having different tasks, you've just been committed the whole way through. As well as that, we've got Stormy, who'll be getting the Medical Recognition Ribbon for providing first-class care to, again, your squad and others, even under extreme pressure. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
And finally, Dusak. You could come forward, please. Right, guys, so all of you together, Jungle Warfare and D10 attendance ribbons. You'll also get the Hold Firm Award and the General Unit Citation for the work done during Kaysan. In addition, you'll be getting the D10 Merit and the Medical Recognition Award for consistently providing medical support to your team. You've shown dedication and skill throughout D10. So really well done, guys. And I believe that's it. Thank you very much. I will hand you back over to Stabcon to do the Gambler's Mana deployment.
Right, so the mana deployment basically is an award given to someone who's consistently gone above and beyond or has stood out for various reasons. But it really could be anything, from excelling in their particular role, doing various heroic acts, anything like that. This particular person has really stood out to myself and others throughout deployment, putting in a lot of hard work and effort on pretty much every mission and training that he's been on. Always reliable, always steadfast. There's many reasons why he was given this award, and they'll probably be pretty obvious. So, without further ado, D-Dog, could you come front and centre, please? D-Dog, considering you've not been a squad leader all that long in the grand scheme of things, you've come on leaps and bounds, and in this deployment in particular, you've really stood out. Not only for covering for me when I'm dead or wasn't here, helping to organise Gambler on various locations. I know other squad leaders do look to you for guidance and stuff as well. My time floating around Cutlass and stuff, it's really been quite obvious how highly they think of you as well. And that's exactly what I want in a leader. So I hereby award you not only Man of Deployment Award, you're also getting the, excuse me while I think of the name. That was awkward because my mic just got out. Yeah, you'll also be getting the command ribbon as well. So thank you very much for all your efforts during D10. It's well earned, mate. It's a pleasure to have you in my platoon.
Thanks very much, Stabs.
Another rising
Cheers, buddy.
star.
Thanks, mate.
Woo! Well done, D-Dog.
Good job, D-Dog.
Well done.
Congratulations.
And that's pretty much it for the awards, guys. There'll be a full list posted up on the forums soon, and I'll make my way through each and every one of you, adding the award bars to your ribbons and stuff as soon as possible. Just the last few words, it really has been a pleasure to lead all of Gambler throughout this deployment and the months before that, and I look forward to seeing where we can take the platoon next as well. I think we've got some exciting times ahead, some changes on the horizon, some great new members coming through as well. For the new guys amongst us here, thanks for coming tonight. This isn't a usual thing, but I think it's important to recognise the hard work and dedication that people do put in across the board of the task force. We've got a great community here, and it doesn't take a lot just to recognise that every now and again. So thanks to you all for your dedication throughout this, and here's to the next one for sure. That's it from me and the awards boss.
Thank you so much. Well done, everybody there. I'd like to say during the awards, it always escapes me, but I think that everyone really gets a good opportunity to speak. I know that this next part, which is the individual squad leaders talking, is kind of not so much enjoyed by most of you. So happy to forego that and move straight on to details with regards to the flyby. I think we're going on to now. Where are we now on the agenda? Stabs, can you check for me? Are we ready with that? All right, gents, so let me just go on to the deployment champ quick. I think everyone knows about the deployment champion. The deployment champion is somebody that is awarded a merit and a prize in conjunction with that. We're going to have some raffles and information on that soon. I really need to general that out, guys. Just apologise, we've been a bit poorly over the deployment series, but we'll be channeling that all through real soon. In the meantime, we're just going to be awarding the deployment champion this evening. So it often goes to the person that really does the most work in regards to making the deployment happen, the visionary, the burning the midnight oil, so to speak. So I should have disabled my radio. I'm on the same net as Stubbs at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to say it loud and clear. He's had enough fanfare this evening. So Bill, can you please come a step forward, mate? So Wilhelm, just for all your hard work and commitment throughout making this deployment a reality at Reality Gaming and nominating the series, seeing it through, putting all the media and work together, I'd like to award you the Deployment Champion Award and congratulate you with £100 worth of Steam vouchers. So congratulations, sir, and thank you so much for everything you've done for the deployment.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well done, cheers, Will.
Nice one, Phil.
Nice one, man.
Thanks, Will. Well done, Will.
Thanks so much.
All right, lads. Moving on, we're going to go on to details with regards to the flyby. I did overhear Stabs come on the radio and say that he was organising that and we're wrapping up the awards, so it should be happening soon. So if you can all just have some patience and stand by. Unless anything any of the officers want to say, fill the time here while we wait for the flyby. Good time to just grab a quick break. And Stabs, if you can let us know when that's coming in, that would be great. Thank you.
Shout volume, Stabs.
Squad leaders, if you want to have your say, your time is now.
I'll do a quick few words if the others are.
Go on, Kimbo. Stand up.
You're all going to do it.
I'm on whisper.
Right.
Let me guess, A, B, C, D?
Yeah.
Once again, the alphabet comes back to bite me in the arse. Right, short and sweet. I didn't prepare anything. It's been awesome as per usual. The awards given out today don't reflect how I feel about the performance of the squad, and indeed the task force as general. It's been a pretty amazing experience. The lack of equipment and the primitive nature of the equipment really goes to show people's strengths and indeed weaknesses, and it's awesome to see people trying to overcome the limitations of what we've had to use and deal with on the last few weeks or last month. So it's been an awesome time. Thanks again to Phil. Thanks to Gambler, High Roller. My deployment's in. Loved it. Hope you all did too. And that's it from me. I shall sit down and shut up.
No, carry on.
No, your turn.
Yeah, thank you, you sexy bastard.
So I just still walk.
Just making sure you get up there, Kimbo.
No pressure, Caesar, no. Right, okay, I'll try and keep it brief. I did write something because I got a PM, but it's only short. So just on behalf of Blade, I just want to thank the other Gambler squads, Talon Vegas, Vil and Stabcon, for all the combined teamwork and for making it an enjoyable deployment. Couple of things just that'll always stick with me. The noise when somebody hit a punji trap. I mean, that's scary shit, that is right there, but Yeah, and also Outliv's ability to flip a Jeep within less than a minute of being handed it. That'll always stick with me. So no more driving for you, dude. But yeah, I just want to thank Blade as a squad as well, guys, because you make every week an enjoyable experience for me as well. So yeah, to everybody, I salute you all. And that's me done.
Nice, Gims.
Nice.
Okay, from Carlos's point of view, what a great deployment it was. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. I think everyone in my squad had an absolute blast all the way through. So just massive shout out to Bill for putting it all together. I know it's been said 1,000 times before, but I think we're all so grateful to him for putting in that extra work. Also want to thank all the other squad leaders for just the excellent communication between us on the 148. I think it's just absolutely stand out. You're all such great guys, and the communication and work between us is so great. Also, shout out to the individual guys in Cutlass. I know we kind of joke around and mess with each other a lot, but you guys will make it worthwhile, so thanks so much. And also, one memorable moment I wanted to share on the last mission, when we had an armored vehicle roll up on us. Callum, the absolute stellar man that he is, decides to run into a river to avoid it. That will always live in my memory. Thanks so much.
Cheers, Tito.
Sadly, now it's my turn. I'm terrible with the English language, don't expect much. Yeah, I'd like to thank all the Gambler. You guys are damn awesome. We gave you as much opportunities with the mass casualty events, so you guys kicked into action and saved our asses many times. Yeah, big shout out to all the other sections as well for providing much needed support, especially on the 4th mission there, when Talon came in and lit up the entire tree line. That was awesome to see. Shout out to the guys at Dusak. You guys are awesome. Make my Sundays and Wednesdays enjoyable to the max. And yeah, shout out to Wilhelm. This deployment is, well, I don't think anything may beat it, but the future awaits. That's it from me.
Cheers, man.
No, said.
Got one more award to give out that I forgot about. Icarus, can you come up, please? Alright. Just 1 second. So this guy has been working tirelessly behind the scenes recently to ensure the missions that we played have been functional and gone without issue. He's been a constant source of advice toward Will and myself for mission templates, and he's been working tirelessly as well behind the scenes for things to come in the future, all without recognition, and he's always ready to answer questions as well. So because of that, I award you the Unsung Hero Merit Award. So thank you very much for all your hard work, Icarus. It really, really is appreciated, mate.
Well done, Mickey.
Hell yeah.
Well deserved. Well done, man.
Well deserved.
Talon 2, Talon 1, this is Gambler. Talon 1, you're cleared in. Please advise approach vector. Roger that. Alright, so everyone keep their eyes peeled to the south. Talon will be flying over in approximately 2 minutes.
Which way south? I don't have my dagger.
Right behind me.
Right, first training back. Kimbo's going to learn how compasses work.
Keeping that in the recording.
No. Why do I talk?
You know, I wonder the same thing.
Right, they're on final approach about 4.5k out.
Roger. Now guys, once this is done, there'll be a few final words, and then as Andrew says, we'll just get a nice big group photo. We'll probably do it behind the Chinook on the northern side, somewhere like that.
Any idea what they're flying?
You find out.
Planes.
Gyrocopters. Pedal power.
No wonder it's taking so long.
2k out.
And that is it, guys. D10 has officially closed.
Woo! Well done, boys.
Well done, every one of you.
Cheers all.
Hats up.
Solid copy time on, looking good. Many thanks, Camera.
Alright, just a couple of final words then, gentlemen, before we close. I think we all know we've got a promising few months ahead of us for the remaining of the year. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to squeeze another deployment in there. We'll have more people here. We'll be in a much better position to take it on. It's all going to take a little bit of commitment from you guys. I know you're all growing into your positions. I hope you enjoyed this evening. And big thanks again to everyone that took part. Next week, operations as usual. And I know that there's a lot of hard work going on in the background with the creation of the mod pack. And I think with that development, we're going to see an influx in recruits, and with the new content, a bit more activity from those that aren't here every single week. So look forward to good times ahead. Stabs, since you did command the tournament, I will give you the honours of saying anything before we wrap it up, sir.
Not much to add, boss. Just yeah, what I've said before. It's been a real pleasure kind of seeing how everyone's evolved and grown over the past kind of 6 months that I've been leading Gambler. So it's been really cool. Sunday is a night off for everybody. Just heads up, in preparation for the new pack release, which should be soon. So keep tuned for that. Some minor changes here and there. So yeah, it should be good. Something to look forward to for sure. So start back afresh next Wednesday at the regular time. I'm sure though there will be some kind of activity going on Sunday, but that'll be down to any individual that wants to create it. But there'll be nothing official. So enjoy a well-earned night off, guys, and I will catch you back on Wednesday.
Enjoy your leave. And those of you that are at Sunday, as he said, I'm sure there'll be something going on.
And that's it from me. Will, do you have any final words to say, mate?
Yeah, I suppose I probably should. Thanks very much for putting up with any niggles or slight bugs. I mean, those of you who don't know, the smoke issue is fixed, which is well timed. Just in time for the deployment to end. Yeah, I'd like to thank the devs for helping me out with everything. And thank you very much for all attending. I mean, certainly remission there was bits going on where I was not believing my eyes at some of the partly courageous, partly ridiculous actions that every single one of you were taking at different points. But yeah, it's good to see. Yeah, I just whoever does D11, good luck, because it is very tiring. But yeah, that's it from me.
Awesome. You've earned your bread and butter, Wilhelm.
Certainly has. Alright guys, let's get a quick snap or two then. If anyone wants squad photos or whatever, just let me know. But yeah, let's all dip to the northern side of that Chinook. I think that would make a decent backdrop.
Yeah.
Well, they usually doing all feature deployments as well.
Yeah. Let's have Cutlass Tussac standing on the back row.
Thank you.
Blade Arrow kneeling on the front.
RG standing on top of 7 Cats logo.
Copy. Pull a little forward from the Chinook, you're kind of clipping through it.
Tom Blade on the right, Arrow on the left.
It matters not.
Okay.
Come on, guys, you practice every Sunday.
The pressure's on now.
Oh, you snuck in there, hello guy.
D-Dog, hop in the door gun.
I feel you're a bit forward, man.
I can't.
That's it.
We're going to get in this shot.
So you can push a bit more. That's it, back.
Alright, subject stand. Alright, Kimbo, you just stand on the back of the Schlee near in front. AHM, sits on that. Nice.
Did you land at the starting point?
Andrews, you can come across this way a bit more, dude.
Lovely. Just wait for Fish to get in. Jammer to get in even.
Stokes,
Yes, mate.
would it be okay if other people jump out to take a picture after you've done the official one?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Will, you're in Zeus, right?
Oh, it can be.
Yeah, can you Zeus cam it and everyone get in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's get the official ones that you submit, and you can jump out, and we'll do. Everyone just stay put.
I was about to say, this is probably the only time it makes sense for me to jump in this door gunner.
You want to tell
Look
them
at
to
the
do that?
tree.
Can I get a bearing on that one, Stubbs?
The green one.
Alright, just taking a few snaps now. Yeah, I'm going to get the gunner sword.
Should have kept the M60 pointing right at Diamond's head.
Oh my goodness. Right, official photos done from me.
Yeah, and me.
Cool. So I'm sure they'll get posted on the forums, and anyone can rip them from there, I guess, unless anyone wants any particular ones done. The rest of the night is yours, guys. If you want to go and get squad photos in front of the
I
Jets.
think you've
or
got
Kiwis or
one guy behind you doing a photo.
Yeah, I think HM's going to take photos.
Roger.
Cheese.
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 Feta.
Oh.
No.
Oh, does
Right, he's done. He's got some comms issues, but he's done.
Lovely stuff.
I'll grab one. Oh my god. Ha ha ha.
This is going to be how it is, isn't it? She's going to sit down and someone else is going to go for it.
No,
I have 13 magazines to prevent that, Kimbo.
Nice one, Caesar. I knew you brought that for a reason.
Right, anybody else? Last call for alcohol.
Go on then.
Oh, God's sake.
It's like your mother-in-law.
Caesar, you still got that gun?
Sorted, boys. Cheers.
Awesome. Alright, guys. Again, thank you all for coming tonight and taking the time to attend. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you back here, back on regular timescale on Wednesday. Thank you all so much.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Stabs, can I get a blade
Cheers.
squad photo?
Yes. Well, don't you disconnect? I need this.
I was about to say, anyone who wants to do section photos and needs me to do it, let me know. If you need any objects or anything that's not an M113, then let me know. But I'm doing Vegas first, so gather up.
Okay.
How many of plate do you want, Kimbo?
I'll just have who's here for the ceremony. Templar, Affy.
Just keep our clothes on.
Could do if you want to.
What are we doing? I don't know, I'm asking in general. Entire battle.
We're going to have a first squad photo.
Wait for HM to pipe up in steam, because if anyone's going to, it'll be him.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do a Huey?
We can just ask
Oh, the cannon's quite a good idea. Vegas are doing, but
He's going for the.
Steal their idea.
I would say the MB thingy behind you.
Yeah, it looks quite sexy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Unless we can get a M40 Jeep on its roof, that'd be quite cool.
Or we could stick to something like
Right,
really
you want me
Vietnam
to
style
ask
and
for
get a
one?
Jeep onto the grass there
Reminds me of a particular tank screenshot I had.
with a jungly background.
I'm going to ask for one instead.
I quite
that's a
like
good
that
shout.
idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's do really so.
Kimbo,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go ask for a Jeep.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Phil's going to sort it. Just queue up over there to the west on the trees.
Well, I think
Villa's getting us a Jeep.
Right, might wait for a while.
Yeah, boys. See, we're gonna do it proper Vietnam style.
That's it.
Afi flipped the first one, not me.
We get one with the smoke and stuff.
Yeah, come with rainbow
Just a
smoke
wave.
coming out of it.
Where's the smokes?
I did not even drive the first one.
That wasn't me either.
Yeah, right.
I flipped the
Guys,
second
step
one.
forward onto the apron from the grass. Give Vil some room.
Are you still taking Bill?
What's happening?
Just giving Zeus some room to move the Jeep. And he said no, he can't put it on his roof. Outroof.
You want me to try it?
You're going to need to put it on this roof because only one person is capable of that.
Let's put it on the grass though.
Yeah, where's Vil? Is he still here?
He's over. He's coming over now, I think.
We can try it, you know, you don't have to.
Vil, any
Oh,
chance
yeah.
you
Tell him.
Any chance you can position it between the trees? And I'm being a bit picky now.
Oh, get a screenshot, Will. Just so I can remind Kimbo whenever he gets out of line. Just show him the screen.
Yeah, I'll just bear my head in shame. You've been good today. You've pointed a gun at me at least 4 times and not pulled the trigger seize.
But you didn't get up to take a photo. So, that was that, I guess.
Come on, boys. Who wants to mount the gun?
Me, please.
Me.
I'll sit behind the steering wheel.
Afi, go and get on the gun. You want to aim it towards the northeast? If you're in front of the vehicle, just take a knee.
You sure?
Yeah, 'cause it's got the cannon above us.
I think it's taller than us though.
Does it matter? We do one standing, one sitting, one kneeling.
Just yeah, if you want to do some standing now.
Yeah, cool. Stand up. Yeah.
Yep.
Give them a salute, boys.
Right, thanks very much, guys.
Cheers, Phil. Yep.
Oh, put the truck upside down.
Nah, mate, you're alright.
Whoa.
You better
Guys,
be
can you
happy
just
I
stand
don't
back
have
there? I
a,
want to take a pic. I want to take a picture.
Sorry, guys, get back in positions. Temp wants to go and take a.
Just give me a second to ramp my graphics up to max.
Oh God, come on! Making us wait now, Temper.
I still want to flip it.
Do you want us saluting or?
What did you say, Templar?
Hey, Templar, do you want us saluting or?
Yeah, salute.
Look at him! Look
You
at
know,
him!
David Bailey on us. Look at him.
Alright, say cheers.
Feta.
Oh.
There we go. You watch, boys. I'll have the best photo for you guys of the whole platoon.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. Nice one, lads. That's us done then. If you want to.
Flip the
Time to flip a car.
I wouldn't do it here because everybody's doing the business.
Can we pop the disco smokes?
Let's pop some disc. No. See, you nearly got me to say yes then. Don't, mate. We know you can't drive them.
I will say that there are some issues with this vehicle mod.
Yeah, right.
No, I can look through the floor.
Guys,
There.
I need to admit something that happened on that mission.
Did you flip a vehicle?
No. I only realized after we had arrived at the objective we were to hold that my armor was hooked up to my desktop speakers, not my headset. So we got there and people were calling out contacts and I was just standing there like, okay, where's it coming from? I don't know where the shots are coming from.
Actually, what are you doing in that tree?
I thought the reason I didn't hear the vehicle was a bug, but after the gunshots weren't going off, then I realized I was such an idiot. So I snuck out quickly and I tried to sneak back in. Hopefully nobody noticed I was even away.
Don't worry about it. Outlive, do us a favour, just spin round and try and walk backwards into that tree. Yeah, just
There you go. Now stay there.
get a screenshot of that, someone. Oh, Shraps has just connected. Just in time.
I am the tree.
Nah, guys, honestly, well done for your performance. Afi and Templar, quality on the last mission, guys, as well.
Thank you.
The suppression you guys laid down with the AURs was fantastic, and Afi, mate, those LAT hits were fucking spot on. Ellie, would you move out the way? Would you move out the way whilst I'm praising Afi, please? Thank you. You're casting a shadow on his.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Ellie,
Get out of my ram
stand in
line.
that tree.
Does Shraps want to get in the photo too?
Yeah. Could you teleport him over?
Yeah,
please?
I will do.
He's had a he's building one of those building meet. You know when you have like apartments and you have a meeting, a general meeting. He's had one of those things to do.
There we go.
Shraps.
One thing I'm going to recommend.
Oh, I'll strip.
There we go.
I'm not feeling any love today.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
have anything on me.
Shraps, do you want to get in the picture?
Yes, please.
Schlee, you look like a fucked up Thomas the Tank Engine vehicle.
Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say. Holy crap!
Do you want
Could I
to?
get in?
Do you want to get out the vehicle, Schlee, please? Outlive, do you want
It is
to
the vehicle.
pull it side on again?
No, it's bare front on, believe me.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise I can't see whoever's on the gun. Or, actually, 1 second. You might want to move step forward about a couple of paces each, guys, by the vehicle.
Is that
There we go.
somewhat?
Right, there we
Your
go.
wall
Outlive
then?
can now get on the gun.
No, you mind me?
No, I'll
Oh,
take the gun
'cause-
then.
If someone can.
I'll flip it if I have to get in the gun.
There we go. Right, now everyone stand in front of it.
Right, step back, boys. 4 paces back. 2 paces right. Send another
Take
2
your
paces
left
right.
leg out.
See how they know the left and right, Seville? Got them trained. Look at that.
Whoever's on the gun, you look like the hunchback.
Is that good for proportion?
You do look a bit like. Right. Thanks very much, guys. I'm going to board the plane out of Vietnam.
Ooh.
Where's everybody at?
You took the picture already?
Yeah, quick. Follow him.
Oh guys, you're just gonna have to clear the plane, I think.
All in?
No, no.
Um,
If you're getting in, get in.
By the way, where's the rest of RG?
Oh, they're
All
already
in.
disconnected.
So it was just in time for the picture.
You got some award ribbons as well, Straps.
Did I get a Medal of Honor?
No.
Damn.
I don't think anyone quite got the Valor Award.
Did they get an extra stripe for PFC?
Don't leave me!
No.
We live,
Damn
I
it.
live.
Outlived the... Oh my god. Oh my god.
Thank God we're safe.
Cheers, Bill.
No worries, guys.
We managed
we
to
left
gun some
Outlived
cargo.
behind.
He wouldn't shave his moustache, mate. I think had to stay behind, whether it was on his face or not.
Sorry, Outlive. You're gonna have to live in Vietnam now.
I'm loving the padded walls on this plane, Bill.
Yeah, still be insane, people, because we're going down now. Oh, okay.
Well, guys, that's Vietnam. Thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me or subscribe, depending on what you're watching me on, for more armor action and more Milsim action. See ya.